Cold, warm, and hot. That's what we're going to talk about this week. Not the actual temperatures per se, but as it relates to your content strategy and finding and attracting your ideal customers and then helping navigate that buyer's journey to you. Buy from you. That's what we're going to talk about. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, stick with me and let's get to it. Hi, I'm Vicki O'Neill-Carroll, and I help entrepreneurs and small business owners with their marketing and content strategy with the ultimate goal to grow their business. So if that sounds like something that resonates with you, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and then the bell notification so you know when new videos are uploaded every week. Let me ask you a question first. How often do you get frustrated with algorithm changes? Does that pertain to you? Do you get frustrated with algorithm changes? Me too, all the time, right? I get super frustrated when any social media channel decides to make changes to their algorithm. Why? Because just when you think you've had it all figured out, they decide to make some tweaks, updates, deletions, whatever changes they need to improve how the system works in connecting you with your ideal customers, the content that they see, etc. Hello. I want to talk about this cold, warm, hot concept today because it's all about reaching people who don't know who you are, right? So that would be a cold prospect or a cold strategy. That may not sound the best. It's a strategy for reaching new people who aren't familiar with you or what you do. Social media platforms are ideal for this. They were built for finding people, connecting with people, engaging with people, taking conversations into the DMs or offline to continue that relationship. That is a great place to start, especially because these resources are free. So it's a great place to go and find new people, find a cold audience. That's perfect. It's a great way to grow your business. The bad side of that is that the algorithms, when they happen, how they happen, what they actually do to the algorithm that affects your content, the visibility of your brand, and ultimately the impact it could have on your business, especially if you rely holistically on just one social media platform. When they make changes that you've worked so hard and diligently to get to a certain point, and then an algorithm change just takes it and wipes it all out, right? That's where the frustration comes in. And I hear you. It affects me too. And it frustrates me when you think you're on a roll, you think you're doing all the right things that someone tells you should be doing on that platform in order to find and connect and engage with your ideal customers. So it's normal, okay? So that's good. Let's put that aside. Now it's all about what can we do about it? So when you have a cold audience, it's great because it's an opportunity to grow your business. Now it's time to take it to that next level, which is a warm audience. So what do I mean by a warm audience? What do you think it means? In the warm of the cold, warm, and hot is an opportunity to take the conversation from a social media platform and move it to your email list, where you have control over the quote unquote algorithm. Right? Because you become the algorithm. You decide what content to create, when you're going to distribute it, where it goes, when they see it, and that's all up to you. So you can essentially look at it as you're in control of your own algorithm. So in order to do that and reduce the frustrations, you can start having the conversations on social media, but have conversations with your ideal customers that is going to allow you the opportunity to continue the discussion in an email. So what do I mean by that? I mean to provide something of value that leads them into a direction of finding a solution for what they were looking for, and at the same time getting added to your email list. Something of value is going to vary from person to person, right? So knowing your ideal customer, like I talk about all the time, is priority one. When you know what their pain points are, then you can develop documents and solutions to help them in their journey to purchase from you eventually, which is kind of giving you some insight into what hot might be, right? So it's taking you from a cold audience to your email list where you have more control and you can actually control the conversation as well. And in doing so, that provides you with an opportunity to create a sale. So I got a little bit ahead of myself, so let me go back into the warm for just a second. Going from the cold to the warm, in the cold, warm, and hot, can be something of value that you're giving to your ideal customers. So it could be something in the form of a checklist or a guide or a how-to or a video or a demonstration or something that's going to keep them engaged with you, while at the same time, it's providing something of value to them. It's helping them along their journey to eventually buy from you, but giving them something that they can really test out to see whether or not you might be a good fit, or to see if you're someone who's saying you do something, but then you don't really follow through with it. So giving something of free, like a downloadable document of some sort, is an opportunity for them to say, I'm not sure if I can work with this person, so let's see what this information is all about and see if it actually helps me. And if it does, then you're increasing your chances of them staying with you and taking that next micro yes step towards buying from you. So taking your ideal customers from social media and moving them into your email list is going to help put a stop to that vicious cycle of being at the mercy of the algorithm gods. One of the benefits of having an email list, besides being the actual algorithm and having control, is you can segment your email list. So if you want to have a conversation with a small segment of your email list, you now have that capability because you're taking people from a rented space on social media and moving them to a space that you own, right? So you can look at it from that perspective. Nobody wants to rent anything that's of value, right? They want to own something of value or something that's going to appreciate over time. Your email list is going to appreciate over time the more that you build it and the more that you engage with it. So you can't just build it to build it. You need to build it to continue to have those conversations and to continue nurturing that process so that you can get them to that hot phase in the cold, warm, and hot. Hot is, like I mentioned, a sale. They are buying from you. They've now chosen you as their solution provider. And that's ultimately where you want to get them. And that's ultimately where they want to be if they're still in this warm space with your buyer's journey. Getting to the actual sale is where they need to be too, because that means that they have now found a solution to their problem. Once you've gotten them to that sale process, or the red in the cold, warm, and hot, they have already gotten to know you and they like you and they trust you. So you've already taken them through that know, like, and trust process so that they are now ready to buy from you. Now, you can look at it and say, I've eliminated that vicious cycle. Now, the algorithms are still going to change on the social media platforms, whether you like it or not. And that's okay. Having a plan to get your ideal customers from the cold algorithm space into your email list so that you can continue having those conversations and then convert them to a sale when they're ready is the ultimate automated process that you can have in your business. So if you don't have that already in place in your business, those are the steps that you can take in order to implement it. Now, obviously, there's all kinds of other things that can happen in that process, and even trying to figure out what email provider you should use, and then what you can do in that email provider system. So there's a lot of questions that obviously still need to be answered, But having at least a 3-step roadmap is going to help you understand more of what you need to do with your content so that you can find your ideal customers, get them on your email list, and then convert them to a customer. Something to think about: if you're only on social media and you don't have a strategy in place to build an email list, or you don't think that you have any valuable documents that people might be interested in downloading for free, or you're not sure really where to even go to figure out how to make that work, I have a 5-day program that will help you create killer content in 5 days. That's right. I go through and discuss different types of content and how you can create killer content that converts. So if you want help getting started, you don't know where to begin, you really want to create something phenomenal, then you want to join me on my 5-day program. I will include a link to that in the description below. That document will walk you through those 6 steps and the different types of content that you can create. Some things to help you think about as well, and then some other resources that you can access from that document as well. Busy street today, not sure if you heard that or not. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. I appreciate your time and choosing to be on my channel and watching this video. So thank you very much. Until next time, make today great.